Okay, the long-awaited video here. First of all, sorry everyone. I know this has been very frustrating for you. Me too. Uh, this has really been a challenging week, and I think this is just part of the growing pains of using a new technology. At least that's what the people from Cengage and the bookstore are telling me. So it is what it is. We're just going to have to make the best of it, and we should be fine. Hopefully this video will go a long way to explaining what's going on with the course and getting you up to speed. I want to break it down into three parts. First part I want to do is talk about terminology. Then I want to talk about the specifics of logging in, and then part three is next steps, how we're going to proceed with the course. So hang in there with me. I'll try to keep this as short as possible, but we got a fair amount to cover. So let's begin with part one. Okay, somehow, sometimes this is what I do when I'm thrown into new technology. I just try to assemble it all and like I put it in a placeholder. In this case, I'm going to use a wheelbarrow since it's spring, and we're gonna take this technology somewhere, but we just got to kind of assemble it and make sure we're all on the same page with exactly what it is. So bear with me and think about this as just a bunch of terms, a bunch of stuff, and some of you already know what this is and others don't. So I'm just putting it out there, putting it in a wheelbarrow, taking it out, or however you want to think about it. But here are some terms I want to talk about, and I want to organize this in a different way because I think that'll really help. So hold on here. Okay, here are the same terms organized in a different way. First of all, let's begin on the far left. That's Cengage. That's the publisher. That's the textbook publisher. And most of you know that, but a few of you maybe not. And then we get into where it starts to become confusing. This new thing right here, let me kind of use the mouse around, direct digital. It's also known as direct access, inclusive access. It's been called a few other things too. But that's the new program. In the past, you've used this thing called access code. So I put a red check mark. That's no longer applicable. That doesn't apply. Access code would be, you know what that is, right? Most of you just get access codes in the front of the book, you put it into the Cengage thing, and away you go. Life's easy. So that's what that is. Now, we got these things here, MindTap and SAM. Many of you know what this is, but some of you don't because you haven't had a Cengage textbook before. So what this is when we're on the far right is MindTap. And I'll show you what that is in a second, and I'll show you SAM as well. But MindTap is this environment that Cengage created. It's also part of the access code, but that doesn't apply anymore. We're using direct digital, and it's MindTap is this learning environment, videos, etc. And then a testing component of MindTap, one of them is this thing called SAM. And that's kind of its own universe for testing, and that's what we're going to use for much of the course. So that's kind of how it works. So it's Cengage, not this anymore. It's direct digital. Then from direct digital, we go to MindTap, and then MindTap and SAM. So let's see how that looks in the real world, if you will. So hold on a second. Okay, here we are at I'm in D2L. Here's the course. Week 1, seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? May 29th. So here it is. It's set up. Week 1 to-dos, syllabus, calendar and grading. Most of you from the discussion said, hey, you know, this looks okay. I can follow this. Then you tried to log in and all sorts of problems happened. Anyway, Module 1, connecting and communicating online. Looked at this thing called an external learning tool. That external learning tool takes us into MindTap. And then from MindTap, when we're all done with this, we take this thing called SAM training. So that's what's going on there. So again, let me bring this back up here. So there it is, MindTap SAM. I also want to highlight this in the syllabus if I can, so bear with me. Actually, what I'm going to do is it's right here, calendar and grading. I'm going to download this. Notice how this is laid out. SAM exam. Here's this week. SAM exam, part of MindTap, part of Cengage, and then this SAM exam, chapter 5. That's what's due this week. I'll change these due dates because I know this has been a mess. I'll change it and update this, but that's what it is. SAM exam, part of MindTap. MindTap's part of Cengage. Those are due dates, and that's how you get to it. I have direct links in D2L for it. So that's pretty straightforward, I think. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, you still with me? Hopefully you are. I can look here and I'm already 5 minutes into this video, so I'm going to try to keep this under 10 if I can, so hang in there with me. All right, now we're on part 2, log in. So let's talk about how to do that. So hold on one second. And I should probably talk about 2 things here. A, what happened, and now what to do. So let's talk a little bit about this. What happened? Why didn't this work at the beginning of the week? Here's what happened. The shell that Cengage provided wasn't direct digital, but was an access code shell. So all the communication you're getting from me and from the bookstore was all about this direct digital, and the shell that you were clicking into from Cengage was the access code. So that just, it just happened. It is what it is. That's what happened. That's the core of it. All right, so now let's go back to the login screen and what you see in D2L and get you started on the right path here. Okay, here I am in D2L and I'm under MindTap resources. This screen looks different than it did at the beginning of the week. I've checked some links, etc. And so we're logging into Direct Digital, and I don't think I've touched upon exactly what that is. So let's just go to this bookstore. And I know this message has changed from the beginning of the week, and there's some things that are still not really right about it. And I've talked to the bookstore about it, and there's not a lot they can do with some of it. But at any rate, this explains what Direct Digital is. It's really, when you sign up for the class, you automatically sign up for the ebook. It's an ebook, Direct Digital. And this is very confusing. I mentioned this to the bookstore. This course does not require any course material. Well, that's very confusing. It's wrong. But I'm not going to get into why this is there technically, but they can't get rid of it for now. This is sort of evolving technology. Right now it's just going to be there, and just ignore this. And this explains what Direct Digital is. You bought it when you signed up, unbeknownst to you. And the whole idea of Direct Digital, though, is really a good one. In essence, Cengage is stating that this is the cheapest source for the book. This is the cheapest source for the book. That's what they're saying. And therefore, you automatically bought it when you signed up for the course. And you go to e-services, the price of the book will be there. And I don't know if you know how to get to e-services. I'm not going to walk you through that, but that's pretty straightforward within the main page for Inver Hills. Just click on how to get to e-services or follow the paths, but you probably already know where that is. So that's already, you bought it. It's there. You don't have to enter an access code. Nothing, nada. It's there. You don't have to buy it again. It's there. That's the essence of what you're logging into. So just wanted to make sure we're on the same page with that. Okay, again, here I am. MindTap. This changed a little bit. MindTap systems check. Some of you said you couldn't get access to this or set it all systems or go. I checked some links and did some different things. Hopefully these work now. These were links I got from Cengage and they just had them incorrect. How to enable your browser and pop-ups. Try these again if you didn't. And then there was also this thing called Flash. I don't think you're going to need Flash, so I'm just going to do this right now. MindTap systems check. This is mine. Look, it says Flash is disabled. Don't worry about it. That's old technology, and so that was just for some of their training videos, and I'll just create some of my own, but or just like intro videos to the course. So this takes the place of the intro videos for the course from Cengage. You shouldn't need Flash. Don't worry about it. But you do need a up-to-date browser. You do need JavaScript. You do need cookies, and you really do need pop-ups are enabled. You have to have that. That has to be there. So make sure it is. So run that systems check. So this link didn't work before. I think it will work now. This is a little bit esoteric, but hang with me. Hang with me. I know I'm going on 10 minutes here, but hang with me. it should work now. What I did is I made it out of D2L. Look at, I'm no longer in D2L. And I think that did the trick. The link up here goes directly to Cengage. Before, it was a link that stayed within D2L, so it's a little bit technical. But just notice when you click this, you get out of the shell, and look where I'm going up here. I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to go how to enable pop-ups. And look at, I'm out of D2L. And that should do the trick, I think, hopefully. Same thing for this MindTap. Watch up here, watch. MindTap systems check. Look, now it did it. Ran the systems check, but it took me out of the D2L system. Flash, we talked about that. I'm going to go back here. Now I'm back into D2L, materials, content. I think that'll do the trick. Also, this is super important. My Cengage customer support, it's a PDF document. When you get issues like with this kind of stuff, systems checks, that stuff, it's just best to bring this up. Contact Cengage. They've been very helpful. You know, you'll get somebody. So that's around the clock customer support. So they are helpful, and they usually get back to you soon. Soon, usually. All right. So that's that. All right. This thing right here, I know this has really been super confusing. This red shelf thing is a way to opt out of this. And you know, I don't know if you want to do that or not, because this Direct Digital is really the best option for you. And I know some of you want a loose leaf, but you don't really. You want the digital plus a loose leaf, and there's ways to do that in here. But this one right now, most likely you don't want to do that. If you do want to do it, you want to opt out, email me and I'll kind of walk you through that. But it probably won't be any of you, or maybe one or two, but email me and I'll get you some help with this. All right, brings us all to this. Here we go, 12 minutes into this video. Starting to lose my voice. Anyway, Access to Business 1199, Intro to Business Computer Apps and Computing, Summer 2018. All right, so mine's a little different because I already have Access, but here's where it is. Here's where the rubber meets the road. And when you click this, it's going to look different than mine. But when you click this, you're going to get a prompt. And even if you've done this before, you have to do it again because I had to reset the class. I'll get into that in a second. You click this, and it'll look different than mine. But it launched me in. I'm already into, what did it launch me into? It launched me into MindTap. MindTap is connected to D2L. I connected it. We connected it. But here we are. We're in MindTap. And that's it. And away we go. And you can see how I set this up. I got all these things. I'll change some of these due dates. But here's module 2. All that stuff. It's connected with, remember the calendar and the grading document. It's all there. And these are videos. This is the textbook itself. And here's some videos if you want to watch. I don't know how helpful it'll be. You might want to watch them. What really is helpful is this thing called SAM Training Concepts. And it walks you through it, lets you do it, let you get used to the concepts. There's videos in here too. And here it is, the test. That's what transfers from here and goes into D2L as a score. And you take it here. Due date, June 1st. I'll take that. I'll change that. That's it, though. That's it. All right. Hold on. Hang with me. Hold on here. Okay, here we go. We made it to part 3. Let me go back to the very beginning of this. All right, so we're going to talk about part 1, terminology, login. We did. Next steps. Let's talk about next steps. So let's go all the way down to here. Next steps. Okay. Essentially, what we're doing here is we're starting over for the course. You got to log in again. No worries though. If you previously took a SAM exam, I've copied your exam score over and put it into the D2L gradebook, so you didn't lose anything. But you will need to log in again because you need to log into the Direct Access framework, if I can say that. I'll show you. Let me show you this again just to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, here we are. I'm in D2L, the course shell, MindTap resources. We talked about these links. We also talked about this, but this is where you access the course. So you just hit it, bam, away you go, and you will get access to the direct access, if I can say that, program, direct digital program. So that's where you do it. I know you've done that before, it didn't work, but it'll work now, trust me. So that's it. I want to highlight a couple things here. Again, what you'll need to do is, if you don't have a Cengage account, your first step will be to create one. It won't let you go anywhere without a Cengage account. And most of you have one, but not everyone. So, but if you don't, follow the prompts when you first log into MindTap. It'll walk you through it. And if you have problems with that, just reach out to Cengage technical folks that can walk you through the process here. C, we're on C. Due dates for SAM Exam 2 and SAM Exam Chapter 5 have been extended to 11 p.m. June 5th. So let me show you that. Let me get into D2L and show you that. Okay, here I am. I'm in week 1. I'm in D2L, and here we go. This is the text, essentially module 2. And this is training, and this doesn't count as a grade, but it helps you. You go through the training, it really helps you. And this right here, this has been extended to the 5th, June 5th, and the same thing here for Chapter 5. Here's the text, here's the training, which isn't graded, and here is the test that's been extended to June 5th. So, I mean, you can just kind of, and I can launch it this way too. I can just get in here, and you can see it this way too. Notice I'm in MindTap, and here I am, right? It actually took me to the training, but I don't want to see that. I'm just going to exit that. I mean, I might want to see it, but here's this kind of weekly view, or I have the dates all here, and so you can get at it this way too. But I can launch the text, but the most important thing to note is here's the text. I could launch it that way, but the most important thing to note is here's the training concepts, and here's this, that it's been extended to June 5th. This is what's graded. The exam is what's graded. It goes from here into populates D2L. And same thing for Chapter 5. Notice this right here, there, that. Okay. All right. First of all, sorry, this video is going on 18 minutes. I said I wanted to get done in 10 minutes, but there's just too much here. Final things though, bear with me here. We're almost done. D and E. D, if you purchased a text already, and I know some of you did, I have a list of the folks that did. You should have already received an email from me with directions on how to proceed. The email includes a case number I was given from when I worked with Cengage technical team to help resolve this issue. That's the case number there, 018433033. I include that case number in the email I sent to you, and you can use that case number, as I explained in the email, to get a refund for the book you purchased that you didn't need to purchase because you already bought Direct Digital. Does that make sense? I hope so. Finally, if you're still stuck, email me with a time to set up a phone conversation. Also see the syllabus for my virtual office hours and cell phone. Feel free to call me anytime during my virtual office hours. They don't work for you, again, just email me. We'll set up a time we can work through this and talk through this, and both of us seek out professional counseling. Okay, that's what I want. Heck of a week, right? Hang in there, it's going to get better. Talk to you soon. Take care.